Privileged to be at White Rock Winery today. This is an exceptional property off the beaten path with some old world techniques you will want to see and taste. I'm with Christopher, the winemaker of White Rock Winery, and it's a special location which you're going to see a lot of footage of. But tell me a little bit about where we are in Napa and precisely how someone can come here.
We're in the eastern foothills of Napa Valley, so between Napa and Yountville. We're about a mile from the Silverado Trail, so we're in those foothills about 300 feet higher than the valley floor.
And how long have you been here?
My family's owned White Rock since 1977. But White Rock was first established back in the 1860s.
Wow. And how long have they been making wine here?
Well, they started making wine in the 1860s. So we know that they produced 2,500 gallons of wine in 1871, something like that.
Oh my goodness. And so from a winemaking standpoint, what is unique about this area in particular?
Well, this part of Napa is known to grow great Cabernet Sauvignon. We're adjacent to Stag's Leap district. The soil type here is different than you have down in the valley floor, though. It's a white volcanic ash that makes a very distinctive mineral flavor to the wines. So that's kind of distinguishes White Rock from the wineries nearby.
And how did you get into winemaking?
Well, I grew up in the business, so I spent my childhood working in the winery. I tried to escape at one point and went to college for something else, but by the time I graduated, I knew that I was headed towards the wine world.
And I know you spent a little bit of time in a fairly famous winemaking region. How did you decide to go over to France? What did you take away from that experience to impart here?
Well, certainly the French have a concept of balance that we don't necessarily have all the time in the United States, or at least in California wine. And that's something that I try to bring to my wines all the time, is a kind of balance or kind of refreshing character to the wines. I also feel very strongly that great wines should age well, and so when we built this cave in 1988, my father designed the cave specifically with these alcoves like you see behind us for aging the wine as our reds age 3 to 5 years there in the cave.
And how many wines do you make?
We have 3 main wines, a Chardonnay and 2 different Cabernet Sauvignons. I make 3 or 4 other smaller production lots for my own fun and for the wine club. It's definitely a Bordeaux style. It's blended with Cabernet Sauvignon predominantly, with Merlot and Cab Franc and Petit Verdot.
And tell me about the farming techniques that you incorporate to have the wine be as good as it is.
Well, at White Rock here we farm organically and sustainably. We've farmed that way since my father bought the property in '77.
You're going to say probably doing it long before it became buzzwords.
Yes, absolutely. And really, you know, my parents had 3 children running around the vines as they were farming. It didn't make sense to spray chemicals in the vineyard when you have kids around. Now that's something that we're very proud of. It's really exciting that we have an environment that has low environmental pressure.
Mm-hmm. And low footprint and low everything.
Yes, exactly.
Truly an incredible time with Christopher. You have to see this property. If you like well-balanced, age-worthy wines, White Rock is a must. Thank you for all of your support.